Hi, my name is Terry, and you're watching Terry Tells the Story. Today we're talking about the parrot who gave away its fortune. In the world of behavioral biology, we have long assumed that complex altruism, the act of helping someone else at a great personal cost to oneself, was a trait reserved for a very exclusive club, humans, and perhaps our closest primate relatives. We believed that it required a level of cognitive perspective taking that most animals simply do not possess. But in 2020, a group of African gray parrots at the Max Planck Institute for Ornithology completely upended that assumption. They didn't just demonstrate kindness, they showed a calculated, voluntary sense of community that defies the selfish gene theory. The researchers designed a multi-stage experiment using transparent plexiglass booths. Two parrots, who were well acquainted but not necessarily mated or related, were placed side by side. Between them was a small transfer hole. In front of each bird was another hole that led to a human researcher who could buy metal tokens in exchange for high-quality walnut halves. To ensure the birds understood the value of the currency, they were first trained to trade these metal rings for food individually. They knew exactly what those rings were worth. Then came the test of generosity. The scientists gave one parrot, the donor, 10 metal rings. However, they blocked the donor's exchange hole with a piece of plastic. The donor had the wealth, but no way to spend it. The second parrot, the recipient, had an open exchange hole, but no rings. According to the traditional laws of biology, the donor should have ignored the rings or hoarded them, perhaps waiting for its own hole to open. But the researchers watched in disbelief as the donor picked up a ring, walked to the side window, and pushed it through to its partner. The recipient took the ring and immediately traded it for a nut. The donor watched this happen, receiving no food, no physical reward, and no praise. Yet it continued. Ring after ring, the donor passed its entire fortune through that window until its partner was fed. 7 out of 8 parrots tested performed this act of sharing. What made it even more fascinating was that the donors shared more readily with birds they had a positive social history with, but they still helped parrots who they weren't close to. Even more significant was the reciprocity phase of the study. When the roles were reversed later, the birds who had been helped were significantly more likely to return the favor to their previous benefactors. This proves that these parrots aren't just acting on a random impulse. They are maintaining a complex social ledger. They understand that the survival of the group depends on the pay-it-forward system. They aren't just mimics of human speech. They are practitioners of an empathy that many humans struggle to achieve. They showed us that the impulse to help a friend in need isn't a modern human invention. It's an ancient biological wisdom that exists even in the heart of a bird. So, the Spanish I'm going to be teaching you today is un acto de bondad. Un acto de bondad. And what that means is an act of kindness. If you like this video or you learned something new, drop a like down below. If you have a specific topic you'd like to see me cover, drop me a comment. And if you'd like to support this work that I do, there'll be a link to the Cash App in the description box below. We'll see you next time.